In 2011, I traveled to Bougainville on an odyssey sifting through the wreckage of predatory capitalism in the Bismarck archipelago. I was traveling after covering a story on another flashpoint, the Ramu Basamuk refinery in Madang province. At Bougainville, I saw a beautiful land scarred by decades of conflict. Beneath the turquoise waters, white sandy beaches and swaying palm trees flow a legacy of destruction. There underneath all the facade of normalcy I met Bougainville's lost generation. The young boys who wear red bandanas, black heavy metal t-shirts and tight jeans. Fast forward to 2013 and I have observed an increase in the discourse on the future of Panguna mine and have refrained from writing about it as I do not feel qualified to do so, being a redskin, the term Bougainvilleans use to refer to the rest of Papua New Guinea. However, given how there seems to be a growing push towards reopening the mine by what I consider to be Bougainville's powerful elite, I feel the voices of Bougainville's lost generation needs to be heard. Tony Kervy was a young boy in high school when the crisis began in 1988. His mother, a Panguna landowner, had married a man from Oro province. His family was broken up as a result of the crisis, like so many other Bougainvillean families. The Bougainvillean sense of loss of their Mekamui, or sacred land as Tony saw it, developed as families felt the Panguna mine could not adequately compensate for their sense of loss.
My mother is the last in the family, and I'm the elder sister. It came to a stage where all daughters belong, the elder sisters, mama belong, my aunties, all big plan, all got family belong. So that little amount of money that all been agree long, bisa been agree long, pay all lapun belong me pla. You working long ratio belong. This pla time in the maybe 60s or 70s, now you go long, you going along. We were already feeling it then. I'm not been up. So there was like infighting, quarreling amongst the sisters.
As the conflict ensued and the destruction was seen all around, people began to realize that in the end, you can't eat money, you can't eat cars, you can't eat fine houses.
I think people came to their senses somewhat. Everybody realized that these material things meant nothing when it came to basic survival. Now it's like something. There was nothing. I lived in Arawa when it was a ghost town. Those huge buildings, those nice cars, those houses that we used to dream of staying in. Where the white men stayed in, with big pools, 2 pools, 3 shower rooms in one house. They meant nothing because there was a cobweb in it. It was falling apart. The jungles was just growing right over it. It meant nothing. And people went back to church. People really, they were on their knees.
Bougainville's lost generation are children forged out of a bitter conflict, and the pain they feel every day is manifest in the mental illness and substance abuse suffered by many. Like many of Bougainville's lost generation, Tony warns that the restoration of a false sense of normalcy has made Bougainvilleans complacent about the full impact of the crisis.
The real threat here is people have virtually forgotten what it was like during crisis, during the blockade.
So what is the reopening of Panguna all about? Is it about economic independence of Bougainville, or is this just another cargo cult movement? Is it about the development of the lives of people, or is this the creation of a future conflict?
Flow of service into Bougainville now. People are back into materialism, the material world, and we are repeating the same thing. It's all about what I can get for today. For me, cars, house, how much I can make today.